Apollo 11, Houston. We're getting a TV at Goldstone. We're not quite configured here at Houston for the transmission. We'll be up in a couple of minutes. Over.
All right, this is just for free. This isn't what we had in mind.
Roger. Apollo 11, Houston, it's a pretty good show here. Looks like you almost got the probe out.
Yeah, it's loose now. Can you see that?
Roger, Neil's really good.
Not much light up in that area, but apparently this TV says they will pick it up.
There are some bright spots shining on the probe, apparently sun shafting on it, that just gives just about enough for us to make it out, over.
I think those are the tunnel lights.
Oh, okay. You're right.
Okay, it's loose now, coming down.
Roger. Looks like it's a little bit easier than doing that in the chamber.
You bet. It's the only way to take it easy. It's pretty massive, but it goes where you direct it.
11, Houston, that's a beautiful picture now we got. We're looking at a 12-second delay, and to us, you're just bringing it down by the optics now.
Mike must have done a smooth job in that dock, and there isn't a dent or a mark on the probe.
Roger. We're really getting a great picture here, 11, over. Houston, with a 12-foot cable, we estimate you should have about 5 to 6 feet excess when you get the camera into the limb, over.
Roger.
We can see the probe now. A correction, the drove.
Roger. Okay, drug removal is coming next.
Roger. As we suspected. Houston, now it's a good view of the storage area under the couch. Houston, looks like it's pretty crowded in there with that drogue, over.
Oh, it's not really bad. This TV cable's getting in the way.
see lots of arms.
Only problem, Charlie, is these TV stagehands don't know where to stand.
Well, he doesn't really have a union card there. We can't really complain too much, I guess. Apollo 11, Houston, do you have a little white dot in the bottom of your monitor, on TV monitor, over?
Roger, we do.
Roger, I guess part of the camera's been burned out down there. These are really beautiful pictures now, Buzz, over. Real clear.
Okay, we might have got just a little bit of sun in there. Is it just one small white dot?
That's affirmative.
We've been up in the tunnel checking the roll angle, Charlie, and it's 2.05 degrees.
Roger, copy. 2.05 on the roll cal.
And that's a plus.
Roger, plus. Houston, the tunnel looks pretty clear to us. Somebody going up there now. Over.
It's Max checking his connectors up there now.
Roger. Houston, the lighting up in there looks very good to us at this time. Over.
I think that's mostly the camera. It's subdued, to say the least.
Roger, it's gathering pretty well to us. We see everything quite clearly up in there.
Oh, the docking latches look good today, just like they did yesterday. Everything up in there looks just fine.
That sounds fine to us, over. Houston, we can even read the decals up there on the limb hatch.
Let me zoom it up and see how much you can read.
Okay. We can see the limb umbilical connection quite well there, Buzz. You see you zooming in on one of the decals now that to reset, unlatch handle, latch behind grip and pull back 2 full strokes. That's about all we can make out.
You get an A+.
Thank you very much, sir. At least I passed my eye test.
I'm standing 6 feet from it, Charlie, and you can read it better than I can. There's something wrong with the system.
Roger. A real good view of the limb hatch handle there. 11 over.
Roger. Looks like we'll be ready to go into the limb early, if that's okay with y'all down there.
Roger, it's fine with us, Neil. Go ahead anytime you wish, over.
Okay.
Houston, the white spot you see on your monitor, our TV people say it is a burn spot, but they expect it to dissipate after a couple hours, over.
Roger, thank you. Okay, the dump valve is actuated.
Roger, copy, 11. We see that very clearly. Is that you, Buzz, with your hand on it?
Yeah.
Roger. 11, Houston, we're really amazed at the quality of the picture up in the tunnel. It's really superb, over.
That is, considering the amount of light up in there.
Roger, we're about to open the hatch now.
Roger.
There's that same guy that when you open up the doorway, he's waiting there for you and he turns the lights on.
How about that? It's like the refrigerator. Buzz, the view in through by your left shoulder there is good. We can see the acid engine cover, the Velcro on it, and that's about all we can make out right now. We see the helmet storage.
We don't see anything loose up there.
Well, great. Looks good to us. We see your helmet storage bag. And 11 Houston, we got a view of the Bliss there off the right of our screen. Houston, Buzz, you already in? Over.
Right, I'm halfway in. I'm going to have to start turning around, I guess.
Right. Apollo 11, Houston, we'd like you to read out the LCG reservoir site level, over.
Okay, stand by.
At 11, we have a good view of the window there. It looks like the sun's apparently coming through the shade.
Yeah, I'm afraid it's we're just about plus Z right toward the sun.
That's affirmative. This attitude put both windows right towards the sun for the limb, over.
Well, that may be good in some respects.
We got a view, Buzz, of the utility light cord. Sure if you've...
Now, let me show you a view looking the other way.
Right. And we see right now a utility light or either a floodlight up there. I think now I see the utility light still in the storage bag. Hey, that's a great shot right there. We see you in there. Guess that's Neil and Mike. Better be, anyway. We see you waving. Houston, that's really a beautiful shot. Houston, we didn't quite decipher that signal. It just came from the CMP.
Just say hello. On the LCG sight gauge, we got about, it looks like the white mark that's in the plunger is about quarter to 3/8 inch out into the green away from the red. Is that what you like to say, all right?
Stand by. Right, Buzz, that looks good to us. Thank you much.
It is the white index, is it not, that you're interested in comparing whether it's in the red or green?
Stand by. That's affirmative, Buzz. It looks good. That's a good reading for us. Over.
Okay.
We had a shot a moment ago of the suit disconnect valve.
I'll open up the windows and see what the lighting condition is going to be like.
Houston, that's a real good view. We have the AOT. You're back now, Buzz, and notice you're taking down one of the window shades. Over. The light is superb.
Yeah, how's the sun coming in? How's the sun coming in from this direction going to affect what you can see?
It made it really super. The lighting is excellent in the limb right now. We can make out the AOT, the ISA. And the left-hand window is a little glare off of that, but the LMP side, with the shade down, it's really excellent. Over.
Well, I'm turned around. Why, I took the shade off my side first.
Roger, we copy. The light level for the TV is really excellent. Over.
Yeah, the lighting in the lamp is very nice now, just like completely daylit, and everything is visible. Good bit lighter than the tunnel was earlier.
Roger, we got a good view now, Neil, of the DETA and also Buzz's ACA.
Hey, I'm pointed at the front hatch now. Everything seems to be in place down there.
Roger, we got the dump valve in view. Over. 11, Houston, we see you removing the ISA now, pulling it up, putting it up by the AOT. The instrument panels are coming into view behind.
Yeah, I think probably be best since we've got an SPS burn to put it back over the instrument panel instead of putting it up over the spliff in the recharge station. Would you care to comment on that one? We could do either just as easily.
Stand by. We'll have an answer for you momentarily. 11, Houston, it's really a super shot of the main display.
The vehicle is surprisingly free of any debris floating around. It's very clean.
Roger. Houston, it's pretty hard to describe this view. It's really, really great.
Now you know how we feel. Okay, Neil's OPS is about 5,800.
Copy.
And mine's about 5,800 also.
Copy. Houston, that's a good shot of Neil's cliff there. Over.
No, that's mine.
Houston, that moment ago, we had a good shot of your bliss buzz and the two helmet storage bags, and now behind your left shoulder buzz, we have the Disky and the ACA.
We're going to go ahead and take all the loop data on back into the command module, Charlie.
Roger. Apollo 11, Houston. Buzz, it appears that you attempting to put on the sun filter and viewing the sun through the AOT, over.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like it's down a little bit more towards flux than I can be able to see in the AOT.
Roger.
We got a beautiful view of the side of the command module out of the AOT, looking in the left rear detent.
Right.
I can see the hatch and all the EVA handrails. First time we've seen the silvery outside of the command module. I can read the letters on the hatch cover that say boost cover release, and the big yellow arrow that points toward the opening place where the tool B goes.
Right. Great shot now, back down into the...
And left on me.
Go ahead, Buzz, over.
Say again.
I'm just saying we got a great shot looking
And the
back
left
into the
detent
command
again.
module.
Okay. Yeah, on the left detent I can see the the rendezvous radar. And when I move to the forward detent, that's about all I've got. I'm looking eyeball to eyeball.
Right.
Charlie, is there any concern about the duration that we ought to have the window shades open?
Stand by.
We don't have any circulation in here, and might get a little on the warm side.
Right.
We'll put up a couple of hoses from the command module here and get a little circulation going.
Sound like a good idea, over. Apollo 11, Houston, as far as the window shades go and the limb, there's nothing except for crew comfort. I don't think we got any systems problems. Be sure to put them back up when you egress, over.
We will do. Charlie, I'll give you a view out of the overhead window back looking That's the command module right-hand rendezvous window.
Roger. Well, we see it now. Thanks a lot, Buzz. It's a good view through the overhead.
One washer on... One washer going by the overhead.
Roger. There we go. We got it now.
There wasn't very much debris in the command module or the LEM. We found very few loose particles of bolts, nuts, and screws, and lint things. Very few in each spacecraft. They were very clean.
Roger. Sounds good. Houston, we have a good view out of the rendezvous, the overhead window of the LEM. We don't see anybody staring back at us, though, over.
Charlie, can you see Mike's two eyeballs peering at us through the rendezvous window?
11, Houston, stand by. We haven't picked him up yet.
You're looking through a lot of layers of glass.
Houston, we had a slight glimpse of Mike in the rendezvous window at that time. It's pretty murky looking into there, though.
Okay, here he is. I've got him on the monitor now. Right?
Okay, we see him staring back at us now. Hello in there. Apollo 11, Houston, our recommendation for the ISA is to stow it back over the instrument panel, over.
Roger, will do.
11 Houston, we can make out the markings on the panel. We read System A, S in fuel, S in oxidizer, Quad 1, Quad 4. It's really unbelievable the definition we're getting down here off that little camera over. We can even see the barber pole on the talkback. We can read the markings on the instruments for the glycol pressure, quantity, PCO2. Even read the scale on the 8-ball, over. Houston, we see the cross-feed barber pole, and we had the Velcro patches back up to the RCS systems now. We can see the markings on the meters, green and red bands, in limits. We see you raise the cover on the abort stage. We don't recommend that.
Yeah, we're going to tape that one over.
Right.
We're going to tape that one over.
We concur.
The restraints in here do a pretty good job of pulling my pants down.
Roger. We haven't quite got that before the 50 million TV audience yet. L11 Houston, that's a good view of the 8-ball. We see you can even read the off flag there. You can see the signal strength meter for the radar. Read the numbers on it.
Houston, did you want us to test the cameras in the LEM? And I was wondering about that. I saw it in the flight plan, but I'm just wondering if you want to do that on CSM power, or do you want us to take both of the 16 millimeter cameras back into CSM and test them there, over?
Stand by, Buzz.
As an alternative to that, why we could wait until LOI day and there's that word again, ancillary stowage container.
Roger. The shades didn't quite hack it there, Buzz, over.
Houston 11, are you still getting high bit rate off the Omnis at this distance?
Stand by, Mike. Apollo 11, Houston, about 50% of the time we're getting high bit rate off the Omnis when you're in PTC, over.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Apollo 11, Houston. Neil, at this attitude, you look like you're about 12 feet long.
Seems like I always find myself upside down in whatever I'm doing around here.
Apollo 11, Houston, could you give us a few comments on your crew comfort with the CSM hoses moving the air around, over?
Well, it's picking up a little bit of circulation in here.
What do you estimate the temperature is, Buzz, over?
Oh, I'd say maybe 73, 75.
Much.
It's hard to tell at this density and pressure of gas, but comfort level is about the same as the command module. It's a little warmer, stuffier when we first got in, but it seems to be improving.
Houston copies out. Houston.
May be able to see some
Go ahead.
some particles jumping around on your screen. That's just dust particles that are being illuminated by sun shafting in the window.
Roger, they're very clear now, over. And that's a good view of Neil's correction of Buzz's circuit breaker panel there.
I can just barely see the handrail on the front porch from this position on the right-hand window.
Roger. Houston, our view of the panel 11 is gets brighter than darker. Are you changing the f-stop at all? Over.
Now what's happening is we get pretty close to the window now and then, and it drives the automatic light control into the stops, I think.
I think that's right.
Yeah, I had to switch on outside while I was going through the overhead window. That may be what's contributing to some of it.
Roger. Houston, we seem to be picking up a few bit more dust particles now. We see them quite clearly in the screen now. Over.
Yeah, I'm choking on one every so often.
Houston, your show is going out to the U.S. now. We're about to get the satellite up, and it'll be transmitted to some other countries after that. Over.
Roger. I'm checking out this window bracket where I'll be putting it for the EVA pictures of Neil going down the ladder.
Roger. Paul 11, Houston, we keep marveling about the color and the clarity of the picture. It's really difficult to describe. It's just perfect. Over. Now 11, doesn't look like you're having too much trouble with that bracket up there, Buzz.
I tell you, those new knobs really make it easy to twist the thing and get it cinched down quite tight.
Right. Houston, Buzz, how does the alignment look there?
Looks pretty good, as well as I can tell. Without the gear extended, I can't get a real definitive answer, but you couldn't fix it to any place to see much more out of the window without hand holding it for the whole time.
Roger, it looks like to us it's going to work real well.
Enough room to, yeah, I think so.
Buzz, we see you putting your window guard in place there, and back up to the ISA now.
Houston, ask FAO if the 90-degree bracket isn't stowed in the commander's stowage assembly.
Stand by.
Huh?
11, Houston, Buzz, you still looking for that 90-degree bracket, over?
Yeah, he is looking for it now.
Roger, we'll have a word for you in just a moment.
My monitor shows a pretty good clear picture from this angle. Now we found the 90-degree bracket.
Roger, Neil. It's really a super picture. We've got the ACA, your ACA, the good picture of the throttle, the 90-degree bracket. We see the start, your handles, and now over to the bracket.
That's about the position we'll be putting the camera in after the initial descent down the ladder. And it'll be taking 1 frame a second for most of the EVA.
Houston copies out. That's a real good view of that camera.
our monitor is a little bit wavy, so it's hard for us to tell when we've got a steady picture for you.
11, we have no complaints at all. We don't see that waviness on our picture. It's just really great, over.
Do the edges of the window look like straight lines to you?
That's affirmative.
Okay, they don't in our monitor, and that leads us to make some corrections to the camera, which probably aren't required sometimes.
11, we have no complaints at all. It's a magnificent picture. What was that, Buzz, you're chasing down?
That was me picking up some particles of paint that were floating through the air in front of the camera there.
Right, Neil, we got it. There's us that Neil's about to check the Velcro map there. Okay, Buzz, we see the card up now.
Okay, for those of you that don't know, this is where we log most of our data for each of the LEM maneuvers. And we have another card like this, it's the timeline book, that we place down on the table in front of the data and display keyboard. And it's on this timeline that we have all our procedures. We obviously have to hold these in place in 0G, so we make use of the Velcro patches on the back and on the table. So we can attach these down here. And then we just turn the pages over when we go to new sequences in our timeline of procedures.
Roger.
And we're ready to copy DOI pad.
Right, we'll have the photos work that one up for you momentarily. Houston, that was a good shot of panel 2. Now we got panel 3 in view with the temp monitor switch. The stabilization and control panel we see now with the mode control switches. Now over to the rendezvous radar. Real good. 11, that's real good camera work.
Probably the most unusual position a cameraman's ever hit, hanging by his toes from a tunnel and taking a picture upside down.
Roger, well, you're doing a super job. We got a good view of the cross pointer there. Had a good view of the tape meter.
We're giving you a picture now of the floor of the cabin. I think you can see the one of the two portable life support systems backpacks here in the center, and on each side we have the two helmet visors. I'll remove one of them and show you a little closer view of what this looks like.
Roger.
Inside the helmet visors are the EVA gloves with the blue tips. I'll not take those out now.
Roger, Buzz, that's a great shot now that we're getting of the helmet, the EVA visor, and also the EVA gloves in the background.
Okay, you did say this was going out now, didn't you?
Stand by, I think so. You got a pretty big audience. It's live in the U.S., it's going live to Japan, Western Europe, and much of South America. Everybody reports very good color. Appreciate the great show.
Roger, understand. Thank you.
Well, that was a good demonstration of your EVA visor assembly. Appreciate it. Al, that's a good view of Mr. Collins down there. We finally see him again.
Hello there, Earthling.
Hello there. I-11 Houston, we noticed when you were scanning over panels 2 a moment ago, 1 and 2, the 2 8 balls were slightly in disagreement. Control said he'd like a Ags align there.
Yeah, one of them's Ags, one of them's Pings. The problem is we don't know whether to line Ags to Pings or Pings to Ags.
Stand by. I-11, Chris said he can tell you.
We'll gauge them both.
Right.
Like all home week, Charlie, to get back in the limb again.
Right. I can imagine.
The traverse from the bottom of the limb to the aft bulkhead of the command module must be about 16, 20 feet. It's not a disorienting one at all, but it's most interesting to contemplate just pushing off from one and bounding on into the other vehicle all the way through the tunnel.
Right, must be some experience. Is Collins going to go in and look around?
We're willing to let him go, but he hasn't come up with the price of the ticket yet.
Right. I'd advise him to keep his hands off the switches.
If I can get him to keep your hands off my disc, it'll be a fair swap.
Roger.
That's why I've been eating so much today. I haven't had anything to do. He won't let me touch it anymore.
Right. Houston, if that's not the Earth, we're in trouble.
That's the Earth, and we have a very good view of it today. There are a few more cloud bands on than yesterday when we beamed down to you, but it's a beautiful sight. We have some horizontal banding in our TV monitor. Are we transmitting that to you, or do you have a clear picture?
Neil, we have a very clear picture. The only thing that we see is a little white dot in the bottom of our screen, which is our TV guys say is an apparently a burned out spot in the camera, but it should come back. Over.
Roger. We have that in our monitor also.
Houston, we do have 3 lines across our TV. I thought it was just a transmission problem, but everybody's telling me now that it probably is on the downlink. Over.
Now, those are the same 3 ones that we have.
Okay.
How far out are we now, Charlie?
Stand by, I'll give you an exact figure.
You can notice the difference between yesterday and today. This is as large an image as we can give you.
Roger, it's distinctly smaller. You're now 177,000 miles out, over.
That's nautical miles.
That's affirmative. 11 weeks. Go ahead, over. Houston, we see still see the banding along the intertropical convergence. I guess the most predominant one now is around the equator, or slightly north of the equator.
Yeah, that's the way it looks, Charlie. Same as yesterday.
All right.
Keep the Pacific Ocean nice and clear and calm on Flag Day. That's all we ask. And Charlie, I'd like to say hello to all my fellow scouts and scouters at Farragut State Park in Idaho. They're having a national jamboree there this week, and Apollo 11 would like to send them best wishes.
Thank you, Apollo 11. I'm sure that if they didn't hear that, they will get the word through the news. Certainly appreciate that.
Huh?
Houston, we have you, your sub-spacecraft point is just off the western coast of South America, directly south of about Mexico City, over.
That looks like what we observed from here. And we're going to turn our TV monitor off now for a short bit while we have some other work to do. It's Apollo 11 signing off.